How's it going, YouTube? Turner here, back with another video. Today we're going to be discussing the recently released Dragon Ball Super Chapter 96, and boy were there a lot of differences between this and the movie. So first off, I just want to say that the entire opening segment is completely original, never before seen from the movie, and that is how Trunks and Goten were recruited into the fray. And of course we see that Trunks and Goten were already aware of Hedo and his machinations, and Bulma was like, "Are you serious? You should have told me sooner." And Trunks was like, "Yeah, but I was in trouble and you didn't want me to go out and you never believed me anyway, blah blah blah." So that's interesting to know there. And then we also see that they're trying, Bulma wants Trunks to contact Piccolo, but they can't sense Piccolo. Originally, people suspected that this is because Piccolo now has God Ki, but later on in the chapter we actually get a hint from Gohan that it's not God Ki, because Gohan says, "Yeah, you turned orange earlier when your ki skyrocketed." And of course, as we know, only gods can detect other gods' ki, so that of course in turn means that Piccolo didn't have God Ki. So it appears to have just been a joke that Trunks and Goten just have trouble detecting ki now. So that's interesting there. And then of course, the next time we see them, they are loading up and getting ready to go and fight. Another difference from the movie is during the Orange Piccolo transformation scene, in the manga, you get a better glimpse of all the characters reacting, such as Gohan, Gamma 1, and Hedo and crew. Whereas in the movie, you just get one quick glimpse of Gohan looking back and seeing Orange Piccolo. And another thing is, when we see this in the manga, this is actually right when Trunks and Bulma are talking about Piccolo. And Bulma says that she's going to call Piccolo. So it's kind of funny. You get that really epic shot from the movie of Piccolo. And then it's just Bulma saying, "Nope, not picking up." And then, of course, Trunks says, "Actually, Krillin might know where the secret base is since he was put on that case." Then Bulma says, "Let's have him join us then. And 18 would also be good to have on board." So there you go. More information about how Krillin and 18 got in the fight. Another difference from the movie that we see in the manga is that whenever Magenta leaves the battle and goes to awaken Cell Max, Hedo follows him. And of course, they're on the coaster things going down into the machine. In the movie, Magenta shoots Hedo point blank while they're both on the ground by the machine. Whereas in the manga, it's more action oriented and he shoots him off of the coaster and he falls down. And it's a pretty decent fall for a human. Of course, he survives, and it gives more meaning to just how resistant his suit is now. We also got some pretty funny reaction shots of Gohan communicating with Krillin. He says, "Excuse me?" Krillin's like, "Ah!" Gohan's like, "Oh, it's you, Krillin. Sorry, my eyes are off without my glasses." But the way Gohan's face looks here is really funny. There's another shot in the manga chapter where he has a funny face too. And this isn't really a big difference from the movie, but it's a really cool detail from the chapter. And that is Cell Max's face. The way Toyotaro has drawn his face is highly detailed and a little bit more menacing than in the movie, because of course the movie you're dealing with CGI modeling. So they couldn't, they could have probably went in and added all this detail, but the way Toyotaro does it here is probably better than how the movie did it, I would say, in my opinion. Very highly detailed. All those lines and everything gets a dark, edgy tone to Cell Max. And then of course the biggest thing is the chapter ends, and I had suspected this for months now. I theorized that maybe a big difference that they could do is whenever Trunks and Goten get involved at the end of the fight with the Red Ribbon Army, whenever Cell Max is summoned, they could transform into Saiyaman 1 and 2 instead of fusing into Fat Gotenks. And it looks like that's what they're doing here. Now, it's possible that they could fuse into Fat Gotenks after they do their Saiyaman X 1 and 2. You know, maybe their Saiyaman action isn't working and they have to fuse. Or maybe we could get Super Saiyan. Ooh, here we go, another theory. Super Saiyan Gotenks. And he's actually regular teen Gotenks. He's not Fat Gotenks or Skinny Gotenks. He's just Gotenks. And it's pretty cool. So we'll have to see how that works out. But I did get this prediction right here, so I'm pretty excited about that. Anyways, guys, what did you think of the chapter? Let me know in the comments section down below. And are you enjoying these comparison videos to the movies? Let me know. I try to do them as many as possibly. And at the end of this arc, I'm going to cut them up and make one big video called the Dragon Ball Superhero Manga versus Movie. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Of course, as always, please have a good one and peace off.